today I am going to be talking about my ghost story, which happened about 4 to 3 years ago. Really, I've not been talking about this ghost a lot. It just recently come back to me and I realised it was a ghost story. Because, yeah. Basically what happened is that once a year, for 1 week, I look after my best friend's pets. A rabbit, 2 cockatiels, and fish. So that's basically what I do to help her out with the animals when she's on holiday. And I do it all for free because it's free to do. And yeah, it don't cost a penny to do anything. And so I got a bit sniffles or something, I think I have. But anyway, and yeah. So but every time, but when I am around the house, like when she's there, because sometimes I do go around the house and that to visit her, or have something to eat with her and that, have a chat, have a laugh, you name it. We just all go on about stuff, random stuff, weird stuff, you name it. That's what we do. So, but every time that I go in the kitchen, I always felt like in a cut through there was someone there watching. Like I felt eyes watching on me. So that's what I felt every time. Really, I think it's like something dark there, lingering around, but I mean, you never know, do you? Yeah, so basically what I do all that week is I let the rabbit out in the hutch and he basically runs around and that, do rabbit stuff. I also like water the plants as well. I think I did do that. And then I just feed the cockatiels, talk to them. Yeah. Also through the week I did put the radio on so the birds could listen to the music, because birds like to pick up those kind of things, if you know what I mean. So basically it. So before I get to the story, I would like to tell you something that what my best mate told me about the house is that a police officer committed suicide, which is pretty sad in a way, but also I find a bit suspicious as well. But I am not recommend people to commit suicide that lot. I'm not promoting anything like that, just to get it out the open. If you are struggling at this moment, make sure to talk to someone, anyone, it doesn't matter who, or I'll leave a link down below where you can get some help. So and I hope you get through it. Back to the video. Basically it's over 2 things about the police officer is that he either had PTSD or he was hiding something. Like, was he a bad cop? Was he hiding something from the world? So that's why he did commit suicide. Because sometimes cops do things and they are suspicious. Meaning, I do think the police force is corrupted, but I'll probably do that like another video, or might do a video like that. Depends. You never know. You never know. Wah. And also another thing is that what the spirit could be is could have been my granddad. He died in that year and he could have been watching me. Anyway, I'll probably now go into the story. So let's go. So basically it was on a Thursday morning. So I got up, went down to the rabbit. So I just get up, get dressed and I go down. Boom, that's it. And when I get there, I just like I opened the rabbit so he goes running around. I also think I might have cleaned his hutcher, what you basically do, or what job to do, but it's got to be done. Then I just went to the kitchen, go into the front room and talk to the birds, say good morning to them, which I normally do. After that I switched the radio on to let the birds listen to the music. But even in the week the radio did go a bit on and off, like at a station, which could have been normal because you could get out of station radio Might be due to the signal, or was it paranormal? I do not know about that bit. Well, is there, yeah, after I put the radio on, I sat down and I watched some a Ouija board kind of video and some exploring as well, which might have filled up a bit on the spirit. I mean, the ghost could have thought that, oh, she believes I might show myself to her. Then, yeah, that's what the thing is. But after that, I got up, walked across to the fish tank, and fed the fish. I mean, normal. When I was feeding the fish, I felt eyes were watching me. I had this weird sensation of eyes. And I turned around, what did I see? At the corner of the cutthroat, there was a tall figure standing there. It was tall and it was quite... I don't know what it was like. I didn't know what it felt like, to be honest. It just felt terrifying to see. And it made me jump. I actually screamed as well while I was there. I screamed to absolute fear when I saw it. And my heart was pounding really, really fast. And as well, when it happened, the radio did go off as well. It did like make a static noise. So, and also the birds went off as well, wondering what I saw. That's what kind of thing it is. So that's probably what happened in that week, on that day. But I have not seen that figure again in the house. But you never know, I might see it again in the future. You never know. You never know. So, also every time I go to a house, when she goes on holiday, is that I do feel like someone's watching me through the window. That could be just me being paranoid, or am I like sensing something watching me? So I don't know, quite shady. But I think that's like the end. I think that's the end of this story. What's up everyone, it's Beth's Scary Channel. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. This week we are going to be reading ghost stories. So I hope you enjoyed this day. If you do, make sure to hit the subscribe button, smash the like button so I can do more scary stories like this. And I hope you enjoy the story. Late at night I usually go to the bathroom multiple times. But for the past 4 days, every time I go to leave, I can see myself still standing in the mirror from the corner of my eyes. It terrifies me to the point where I almost run without looking directly at the mirror. I never told my husband about it because I didn't want to acknowledge it out loud. Earlier today, I took a nap in our bed while he sat in the chair next to it, watching TV. When I woke up, he told me he had seen me sit up and crawling backwards to the edge of the bed and stand up in front of our bedroom door from the corner of his eyes. He thought it was weird that I got up like that because I'm in the last months of my pregnancy and I can't really move so good without it hurting, so he tried talking to me. When I didn't answer, he looked at the door and found me not there, and I'm still asleep in bed. I got really creeped out, but didn't want to really talk about it anymore because he thinks it will give whatever power or energy. I have no idea what it wants or why we both saw it. When I was 15, I travelled to Europe with my family. We stayed in... Mind me if I don't say this correctly, don't mind me. Untitled German, in a small inn for a few nights. My parents had a double bed on the second floor. My sister had a double bed next to theirs, and I was lucky to have a single room all to myself from the far end of the hall. When we went to check in our rooms, as soon as I entered the hallway our rooms were in, I remember I was feeling I was walking into a wall of bad energy. I felt so unnerved, uneasy in that hallway, but I passed it off as an overreacted imagination. I slept the first night without any issues, waking up a few times. The next morning at breakfast, one of my sisters mentioned a feeling really uncomfortable in the hallway, almost as if the hair was crashing. It unnerved me even more than I wasn't the only one who felt weirded out. Plus, she was an adult at the time. So it's further cement in my head that that wing of the hotel was odd. Later that night, I was sleeping peacefully when at 2 a.m. I woke up by something ripping the covers off me and being jerked about 2 feet towards the end of the bed by my ankles. At first I thought someone had broken into my room. It was when I turned towards what grabbed me, a huge looming black shape was visible in the darkness. Like a man in my room, I frantically flipped the lights on, only to have there been nothing there. The window was locked from the inside. There was no one in the closet or the bathroom, and my room was still locked from the inside. I stayed up for the rest of the night, playing Cooking Mama on my DS. God, the next morning we ate breakfast, and my sister mentioned that she was up after the night because she thought she saw a silhouette of a person against the wall of her room. But when she turned the lights on, there were no one there. It was just bizarre and creepy experience. We checked out that day, so I didn't get the experience and everything after that, but it still freaked me out to this day. It's called The White Shadow, which is by Queen Ethelyn 99. So story. Once my friend and I were staying at one of our friends' grandma's house who was in hospital, so we were all alone. After dinner we went on Omegle to have a little fun. So we started different chats, playing tricks with people and saying peekaboo to them. The lights on and off. So I was hiding underneath the table, which I was facing the stairs. From my point of view, I was facing the stairs, which went to an open door. Was at the bottom of the stairs. One of my friends would turn the lights on and off. Something caught my attention. I saw a tall illuminated white figure was passing from room to room, which does sound really scary. I froze on the spot. But still I said nothing because I thought it was the trick of the eyes. Like the eyes playing trick. 5 minutes had passed and we kept playing the same game. One of my friends, who was the niece of the owner, started screaming because she says she saw a thing passing in the room downstairs, telling her what I saw minutes before, and basically it was the same figure. A few days after, we told everything to my friend's mum, who was a believer in the paranormal. She said many years ago her friend's great-great-grandfather died years ago. She said not to worry because we saw a white figure and it was a positive spirit, and not a dark figure which was a negative spirit. That's the end of that story. Next, number 2 is I'm Still Here. This was our Snoop sketch 2336. I came home pretty late one night and my roommate bedroom was shut. I assumed she was sleeping already, but I saw something in the corner of my eyes in the kitchen. I said her name, but she didn't answer. I didn't think anything of it, so I walked into my room. Before I turned the lights on, something whispered in my ears. I'm still here. Roommates, and knocked on my roommate's door, and eventually opened it, but she wasn't there. I left all the lights on around the flat. I left the lights on and slept with the lights on all around the house, flat, whatever it is. When it came to the next morning, I asked her if she was messing with me, and she started crying. She said something was in the house. Because something was in the house messing with her, and she had to get out. That's number 2. End of spooky stories from me and the school. And I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like and comment down below. This is my first time doing ghost stories, so I might be a bit scratchy. If you do have any feedback I could improve on that, make sure you comment down below, because I'm willing to improve and get more better at it. And plus, I was reading off my laptop as well, which is quite difficult to do as well. So yeah, I hope to see you next Friday with my boys' school. If you've got any names for the school, make sure you comment down below, because this school looks pretty cool. And I will see you guys in the next video.